Big weekend basketball clinics, and so just wanted to show you a little bit of the behind the scenes, some of the prep that we'll do before I head out on my trip. Lesson plans are ready, each age group ready to get after it and work for our shooting clinics and our finishing school. All right, getting ready for our weekend of basketball clinics. Busy weekend in the gym, lots of hours, and so what shoes do you wear is one of the most important questions. Old pair of Paul Georges. I don't even know how many years old these are, but I always feel like I shoot it well wearing the PGs. So I'm taking those, best shooter ever. Pair of Currys, taking those. Insoles inside. I got a couple pairs of insoles always putting inside my shoes. And then these are some Nike Precisions. These are the backups. I don't know if I'll wear these this weekend, but like the color, and they also are pretty comfortable. So when it comes to, being in the gym for hours and hours, 3-hour clinics at a time, I like keep changing the shoes up, not to look cool, but because my feet tend to hurt and get sore just wearing the exact same pair for 10, 12 hours straight. So just being able to run a clinic, change the shoe, kind of feels like, change the socks as well, always keeps me a little more fresh throughout the course of a long day. All right, what do we got for food? Drinks, liquid IV, iced coffee, some nutrition shakes, a little bit of Spark On, clinic day, vitamins, amino acids, a little bit of caffeine. This is probably my biggest go-to. These are awesome. Love those. Some Sun Chips, bananas, and then my guilty pleasure, Fresca. What kind of gear we wearing this weekend? Classic, go hard. Saginaw Legends made this for one of our camps this summer. Really soft t-shirt, love that one. We got 2 pairs of CB shorts, dry fit, cotton sweatpant feel, very comfy. The gym's a little cold a lot of times when we go, so we got a couple long sleeves. That's a really old shirt. That was before I even had my CB logo. Rising Tides, our AAU basketball team. We should be good with something like this over these 2 days. Stretch for about 15 minutes. This is something that I'm pretty good at during the spring and the summer, not as consistent in the fall and the winter. I'm not sure exactly why. In the summer, have to, as much as I stretch prior, during, after, so many hours in the gym. I should probably do even more during the summertime, but spring I'm good. For some reason, I kind of fall off, I feel like, during the fall and the winter. So this is something that I need to hold myself accountable to a little bit more often when it comes to consistently getting a good stretch in, flexibility, mobility work on a consistent basis daily throughout the course of the fall and the winter. This is one of my favorite mobility exercises lately, loosening up my hips. Most basketball players, pretty tight hips, so this is a great exercise if you're not doing it already. So these are a few of the mobility, strength, flexibility exercises. I did get about 75 form shots in today, so if you don't want to watch me stretch, you can fast forward to some of the form shooting drills that I'm doing at the end of this workout. And now I'm in my office. We're going to record an episode on our 50-day challenge and our shooting guide that just came out. Our podcast is something that we've had since 2020 during the pandemic. So it's been a great stretch with the Coach's Edge podcast. Love doing it. Love talking hoop. And, we got a great listener base that's been a part of Coach's Edge and everything else. So they keep listening. We keep doing the pod. So now I'm outside. Last chance to get a bunch of shots up before I cancel my lessons tonight. So last chance to get a bunch of shots up before our basketball clinic on Saturday. And I probably made about 75 form shots in a variety of different ways. I really like this one, pulling the string, working on getting the basketball, pulling it into my pocket, and then keeping it tight on the way up. For me, this is a great drill because I have the tendency to get it too loose at times, bringing the basketball up, which means the ball's going back, up, and out. And of course, the ball is going to come slightly back because your elbows and the basketball is in front. But we do want to really focus on up and then out. And I feel like pulling this basketball in and then lifting up and out is a really good one for me. And some people have said you should just spin the basketball out to yourself instead of doing this drill. One, I do. Just because I'm doing this drill doesn't mean I'm not doing something else. But the pull is a great way for me to feel getting the basketball in tight to my body that I feel like just a catch and shoot doesn't do. Now I'm working on a few drops, concentrating on sinking those hips, my chest. I don't want to hinge at the hips. I just want to drop at the hips. And I'm going from my set point, from my pocket into my set point on that shot. Another one that I like to do is a pound to pull, so standing more upright, basketball goes down, fire it hard down. It's a great drill because you need to work on hand placement, picking the basketball up. So the harder you dribble the ball, right, the cleaner everything needs to be, the more you're going to be challenged as far as picking that basketball up. I would like to see myself drop the hips a little bit more. You're going to hinge a little bit. Your chest is going to come a little bit more forward because that's just natural when you sink your hips back, right? You're going to have somewhat of an angle coming forward with your chest. But for the most part, if I can concentrate on hips back and still keeping my chest up, that'd be a positive thing. Some of this is probably just feeling stiff and need to do some more stretching, flexibility standpoint aspect of shooting the basketball. But nevertheless, this is a great drill to work on hand placement and picking the basketball up clean off of the dribble. The harder you dribble, the harder it's going to be on the pickup. This one, exaggerating arc. So I'm taking one practice shot, essentially 15, 20 feet up in the air, and then I'm taking my shot towards the basket, kind of like a practice shot, and then your actual shot. And for me, when I'm shooting the ball really, really well, I have great arc. And so for me to be able to over-exaggerate shooting the basketball higher than I normally would, feels like I'm loosened up, feels like I'm just getting the basketball up and over the rim that much easier when I shoot the basketball. Even these ones right here as an example just felt really good. And I think part of the reason is over-exaggerating the arc and just sending that basketball 15, 20 feet in the air and then taking my actual shot. We will do this drill with players, and some of them will have trouble even controlling the basketball, so it comes right back to them without them having to take a step or two to catch that basketball. And that's a sign that we aren't really controlling the basketball that well. So for me, I'm concentrating on my arc, but it's a good challenge for ball control because some players, if I say shoot it 15, 20 feet up in the air and have it come right back down to you, it doesn't come right back down to them. It's moving one way or the other. Great drill to work on your ball control as well. And I finished out this form shooting series by adding some footwork and lateral movement combined with some ball handling. It's kind of a feel good to finish the workout, work a little bit on the handles, and then we're done and getting ready for our basketball clinic this weekend. And if you're interested in accessing our shooting breakdowns, check out our shooting guide, volume 1, in the description below. Really great breakdown, digital product, 5 pages, hours of video content regarding form shooting technique, game shots, stationary catch and shoot, movement, pull-ups. There's even some presentations in there, so how you can continue to shoot the basketball at a high level when you're struggling from shooting slumps. Some of the best stuff that we've worked on regarding shooting the basketball over the years we've put into this digital product, and you can access it at the link below. Went to Target, got my wife some flowers. Pretty smart move when you're leaving for a while. That's a little bit of what I did to prepare for my basketball clinics, and now I'm editing some of this video before I pick my kids up from school.